After 13 rounds of grueling chess, we had witnessed an all-Indian tiebreak between the Indian geniuses Praggnanandhaa and Duke D. Gukesh. D. Gukesh has had a stellar year in 2024, topping it with winning the World Championship. Praggnanandhaa not as much, lost a bunch of rating points and was a shadow of his former self. But in Vikanze, he had shown tremendous fighting spirit and he had shown fantastic composure winning his games against top rated opponents. And this was an exciting final because there were two young Indians who had shown a lot of promise a few years ago. And this tiebreak was a 3+2 blitz format. And in the first game of the tiebreak, it was Gukesh who was playing with the white pieces. And in the sharp middle game that ensued after the opening, there were a series of exchanges and it looked like the game was heading towards a draw when Praggnanandhaa blundered with Queen D6, which allowed Gukesh to play Rook to E8, which was a deflection. And Rook takes E8 was of course not possible because the Queen was hanging. And after that, Gukesh smoothly converted his advantage into the win, and with that was 1-0, looking to add another feather in his cap at the Vikanze. The second round was a must-win for Pragg. Went for the double-edged Trompowski. In the middle game, Pragg was able to expand in his center with f4 and e5, and finally had a firm grip on his center with a knight coming onto d6. In the middle game, complications that ensured Pragg had an upper hand all the time, and when Gukesh blundered with knight to e7, allowing the skewered bishop h4, it was lights off for Gukesh and he lost this game, tying the match 1-1. And then on to the third game of the tiebreak. Pragg went for a quiet line with queens getting exchanged early in the opening, and after a series of moves that happened in the middle game, a lot of pieces got exchanged till we got into a knight pawn endgame, which was completely equal. At some point, Gukesh had a chance to repeat the moves and take the draw, and when he blundered with knight to d3, Pragg seized the opportunity, playing knight to g4 check, winning the pawn on e4. Gukesh tried to complicate it, trying to give up the knight on d3, hoping to win all the pawns, but that was not to be. Pragg was up to the task. After knight g4 and a series of moves, he was able to consolidate his position and hold on to the extra knight and win the game. And with that, Pragg won the Vikanze 2025 Tata Steel tournament. A fantastic victory for Pragg because he was struggling in 2024. And this win will give him a lot of motivation, a lot of confidence to go into 2025 to win more tournaments. And as far as Gukesh is concerned, he played fantastic chess.